Okay, hi. This is a description about a project, and it's going to be a project about international cooperation, and we're going to focus on the ninth grade, and it's going to be we're going to make a project with a Danish class and a Spanish class, or that's our thoughts at least. Because they have two different cultures and also has Danish, or have Danish as English, I mean, as a second language. So it would be perfect to try to mix these two cultures together and see how they think. And what we are going to work with is, of course, the Hunger Games. And they are gonna have to read it. It's a 2-week lesson plan we've made out of that. I should probably just say, with 3 lessons in each week. So 6 lessons all in all. They have to read the book, The Hunger Games, and we are gonna show them a little video. And after that, they should try to think about a dystopian story or a dystopian or an utopian story. And they're gonna have to use their own culture, or their own elements from the culture. Let's say it like that. Competence areas for the Danish national is oral communication, writing communications, and cultures and societies, skills and learning objects. Reading, discussing, having them really make some discussions and have them write their own dystopian or utopian story. Are mostly based on the dystopian. And then we are gonna, and after they actually have done that, we're gonna try to contact. We are in contact with the Spanish school, so they're gonna be we're gonna collecting the stories that they actually made, and then we're gonna send them to each other, so the Danish can have the Spanish versions of a dystopia, and the Danish will have the Spanish stories of this dystopia. And so we can actually in that way see how our cultures think and how they write. Let's continue. By having them making their own dystopia, using the book, they can try to build up their own kind of society or culture and have that built within. Because Brian claims that in order to be available to communication into culture, depends of the student's ability of the centering or the state of being aware of one's own culture aspect and to question their own value and beliefs. And that's what we are trying to do, because then they probably also have some kind of stereotypes about Spanish people, where they are not really thinking about their own culture and not really setting that in a second kind of view. So they think everybody has the same kind of culture, but it's not that they have that. And just a second, just gonna read. It's really hard to say, because they're not gonna get to speak with the other class. They're actually only gonna be writing what could be a bit of a downside of this kind of working, because they are only gonna talk to each other in the classes and not to one of the other students in the other class from Spain. So the students will actually not really be aware what they have, what they could expect from exactly from the Spanish culture, or if it's gonna be the same. But that's the thing, when we are getting their stories, they can try to take these stories and then try to see how is their stories built up to their own stories, and what kind of differences do we have actually in these stories about dystopian. Is there anything different that we have that they don't have, or would we do it in a different kind of way? And then after that, try to give them some sort of feedback. But for the teacher, as a teacher, it's important, in one hand, to encourage the interaction and dialogue around learning, and to support the development of learning groups, especially because it's an intercultural project between two classes with different cultural backgrounds. That's something we have to do as a teacher. Show them that there is other kind of cultural backgrounds. Yeah, and that's actually my part of this project, I think. Oh no, I forgot the last thing. Yeah, that's about the way we are using technology in the classroom. So by using the technology in the classroom that we have, we have all kinds of things. We have smartphones, we have iPads, we have computers, we have smartboards, everything, and that's actually a good thing, because we can use that in an effective way to support cultural competence. By the way that we can actually search a lot on the internet and find a lot of other things about other cultures and how they see things. And that's also what we're going to do with the other class, because we're going to send them mails and they're going to send us mails, and then we're going to look at them for each other. So yeah, that's actually my part of this project. I hope that's good enough. Thank you.